Hi, hello. Welcome to Scrubs and Stitches episode 2. I had so much fun editing together the last episode. So excited to keep doing it. Okay, I have notes on my phone, so apologies if I keep looking down. Let's get into it. I wanted to talk about autumn winter plans and inspiration, mostly inspiration. I want to use the word plans very loosely. I already have so many projects that I'm in the middle of. This is more just like things I'm finding really inspiring this season and would like to knit eventually. Some of it I'll definitely get to, some of it I won't. But I love watching these videos. I find them super inspiring. Yeah, and it's been fun to make this video and kind of go through the lists of things that I've been saving lately and compile it all. Okay, I've split up the patterns that I've gathered into 5 categories. I've done scarves, gloves and mittens, sweaters, socks, and vests. So I'll kind of try and blast through each of the categories. I will link all the patterns and stuff in the description. So if you want more information, you can go there. Okay, I'm sitting off to the side a little bit because of the last video that I was editing. When I went to like insert photos and stuff, it was really difficult because my face was just in the middle of it. So I am keeping editing Sydney in mind. Anyways, let's jump into it. Starting with big scarves. Specifically big scarves because I got a wool coat recently that has quite a deep V, but I think when it gets to the really bitter cold months, having that open V in my coat is going to get a bit cold, so I think having a big scarf to kind of fill that space will be perfect. Okay, starting off with the Berlin scarf by Susan Mueller. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but just really classic like scarf. You know what I mean? I love a good pop color, but also I think knitting one of these in some sort of like neutral beige or gray would just be really classic and would go with everything. And something that's just really like soft. I don't have a yarn in mind yet, but something that's just really soft and fluffy and like super cozy. Very classic. I love the little like tassel fringy bits at the bottom. It's like a slight detail while still being very basic and classic. Would be a very mindless knit, something good to work on like on the train or while listening to an audiobook or yeah. And then we've got Sophie hood. I did just knit one of these, so yeah, that is one scarf that I'm definitely going to be finishing. Also want to just knit a Sophie shawl. My mom has one in like a yellowy tweed and I love it so much. So definitely want to make one of those as well. It's really fun shape. Again, like very classic, but like has some interest because of the shape. Another one I discovered recently is the Times Square scarf by Susie Homan. Specifically this project that I came across on Instagram. The colors are just beautiful. Yeah, so this is more in the like fun, colorful, add a bit of a pop. Yes, love it so much. Would also be a really fun way to use up scraps. Do some stash busting. Okay, that's it for the scarves and shawls category. I have quite a few shawls. So I want to do some more scarfy type things. That's not a word, but okay, now on to gloves and mittens. I have knit so many fingerless gloves. Do you call them fingerless mittens? I don't know. I've used this pattern by Pearl Soho. I knit everyone in my family a pair, but then because I knit so many of them, I was kind of burnt out. So I didn't knit myself any, but definitely want to. I'd love to knit a striped pair. I think that would be really fun. Also a good way to use up little bits of leftover yarn. I feel like I've been seeing colorwork mittens on every knitting podcast I watch and they're so gorgeous, but most of the ones I've seen are very small gauges and so detailed, so it feels very intimidating. But I found this pattern, it's called Alma. I don't know how to pronounce the name, I'll just put it here. But it's a bigger gauged, worked up in Aran, so I feel like that would be a good entry point to colorwork mittens, to where it's not so small and fiddly, they knit up faster. So definitely want to knit a pair of those, as I've never knit mittens before, let alone colorwork ones. Okay, on to sweaters, specifically cables. I feel like I'm in my cabled era. I am knitting another Gib by Andrea Mallory that has, let's see if we can get to focus, cabled raglans, and it's just so fun. It just like adds some interest. I talked about it in my last video, but I have plans to knit the Dagmar. Yeah, I think it's just, I find knitting cables really fun, but then also it's perfect for like colder season because it just adds extra like chunky like warmth, you know? So anyways, cable specific patterns. The Amara sweater by Rachel Kurihara. When we were at Unravel last year, someone was wearing one of these in like a mint green color. It was so beautiful. So I've had it saved for like a year now. Yeah, it's simultaneously like a classic pullover cabled sweater, but also it like has so many unique details. There's like a split in the back hem, which normally I'm a bit iffy about split hems, but I just love this one. And the way that the sleeves have a texture, but it's not cables, it's like something different. Just really love it. So definitely want to knit one of these. Also the Sabila cardigan by Cookie the Knitter. I love the pattern, but also it's just the color for me, I think, is what is like has really got my attention. The Gibs that I've knit and the Dagmar that I have the yarn for, they're more neutrals, so just want like some sort of like really rich, vibrant, cabled sweater in my life. Yeah, the red is just so stunning. Oh my goodness, love it. Okay, the other one is the Haraboji cardigan by Agio Knits. I think the thing that I find most appealing about this pattern is it's such a unique construction. It's knit from the end of one sleeve all the way across the sweater. So you like knit from the bottom of one sleeve all the way up to the shoulder, knit the body across, and then knit the other sleeve. I've never seen a pattern like that, and I'm just like, I kind of just want to knit it out of curiosity. Yeah, I just want to knit it. I feel like it'd be such a fun one to knit because of the unique construction, but then also it's beautiful. Love a good oversized cardigan. Moving on a bit from cables, the Port Jacket by Ozetta. Oh my goodness. I have had this one saved for so long. I think I've just been very over the like dark puffer jackets for months and months and months on end. So I've been getting more into like layering thicker knits and wearing a wool coat and like, yeah, not just wearing puffer jackets 24/7 has just been bringing me an extra bit of joy lately. And kind of along similar lines to the Dagmar jacket, I feel like this one is like almost like outerwear, super thick, oversized, so you could layer under it. I feel like I need a knitted jacket in my life. Yeah, and this one, the way I don't know, just the way that the collar is and the button band, it's just gorgeous. I'd probably knit it, I don't have yarn or plans to knit this one quite yet, but I'd probably do it in a more neutral color, but I don't know, we'll see. I kind of like the idea of doing like a yellow one too. We shall see. Okay, going back a little bit to cables, is this Phosphine, I think that's how it's pronounced, pullover. My mom actually came across it and showed it to me, and it's just so unique the way that it's like a yoked color work, but then it also has cables in the color work, but then also has cables in the body. It's so beautiful. Specifically this project, I was scrolling through all the projects on Ravelry, and this one I just love so much. The like autumnal colors with the like light gray. I feel like it'd be a good way to use some scraps for those little bits of color work. Yeah, it's just really unique, and I don't really have any sweaters like it at the moment, which is appealing to have. I've never knit color work and cables at the same time, so I feel like that would be a bit of a new skill to learn as well. So yeah. Another one that I've been eyeing as of late is the Late Summer Wrap pattern by Pernille Larsen, or Knitting for Olive. Specifically this green one. So beautiful. It'd be such a good layering piece. And at my university, they keep all the buildings so hot. Like, I mean, I'm shiny right now from sitting in a lecture hall, just sweating. So I feel like It is a little bit warmer today, but even in the winter, I feel like I need some like lighter, more open knitwear. Is gonna have added warmth under my jacket when I'm outside, but then when I go inside, I'm not just gonna be like in a furnace. You know what I mean? Also, kind of like the last one, I don't have a sweater like this. I feel like it'd be so cute layered over skirts and dresses and even over a pair of jeans, honestly. It's just like a little bit more feminine. Yeah, love it. Love this color. Also think I don't know, a like dusty pink one could be kind of cute. I don't know if that's too like ballerina wrap though. I came across this on Instagram. The colors are just my absolute favorite. And I was thinking about how like I gravitate more towards summery colors in the winter because it just brings me joy during the grayer months. That, yeah, the colors are just speaking to me. I couldn't find the details of her project or an exact pattern. I feel like you could just find a pullover pattern that you like and add color work to it, or I found a gingham sweater pattern by Santa's Design that you could just do in whatever colors you want. I don't know, I feel like I'm at the point where I can just kind of fudge it and use a pattern that I already have or just kind of make it up as I go. I'm also on such a big gingham kick right now. It just makes me happy. Okay, last sweater pattern, the Celeste pullover by Petite Knit. I am using a ton of Drops Lima right now in a lot of different colors, and Drops Lima is the same gauge as this pattern. So after I'm done with all my Drops Lima projects, I would like to use those scraps to knit a variation of this. Don't know if I'd have enough of one color for the body, so I'd either add in more color work or just order a few more skeins of whatever I have the most of for the main color. Okay, on to vests. Again, university keeps the building so warm. So I've been thinking about like winter knits that would keep me warm under a coat, but when I take that coat off is like kind of breathable and not too hot inside. I think vests do that very well. I've knit so much, but I have never knit a vest in my life. So definitely gonna be prioritizing that. I love the Maggie vest by Petite Knit. Very classic, but I got some like really fun ceramic buttons last year, so I feel like I could knit like a very classic color Maggie vest, but then like add fun buttons onto it. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Also love the Esther vest by Petite Knit. Again, it's like classic, but like has a fun detail. I feel like that's what I tend to gravitate towards. Neutral, but like, I don't know, I'm saying more neutral, sitting in like a bright yellow dress next to a rainbow blanket. Anyways, I just love a fun detail, you know? Okay, also the Eris vest by Aegyo Knits. I believe this one's also knit from side to side, so really fun construction. I feel like this one would be warmer than those other Petite Knit ones, because it does look so chunky with all those cables, but it'd be such a fun layering piece over dresses. And yeah, I love the buttons at the side. I like that it's like more open on the sides, but then has a little bit of a turtleneck. Very fun. Just like would add some good texture to an outfit, I feel like. Okay, last category is socks. Definitely planning to knit more DRK everyday socks and more bare paw sock, which is a DK version of that same pattern, but I want to branch out a little bit as well. I honestly all of Summerlee's sock patterns, would love to get my hands on her book eventually. But the ones at the top of my list right now they're called Surf Wax socks. Yeah, they just have like a little bit of texture. I feel like it'd be a good entry point for me into like lacy, more cabled socks, because it does look fairly simple. Yeah, so there we go. The other socks, I came across these on Instagram. Absolutely love. It is a specific pattern, I believe, but I feel like I could just use any, like, they're called vanilla sock patterns, like basic sock patterns, and just add stripes. Them slightly mismatching, but like still match at the same time. Super fun. Again, just like things that bring me joy in the winter. No more boring black jackets over here. Seeking joy. So yeah, that is my plans / inspiration for this upcoming season. So much fun stuff. Definitely more than I can knit in a few months, but it's just fun inspiration to keep knitting. would love to hear what you're planning on making if you want to leave a comment. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.